morning, one and all. This is Sudeshri, working as assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering in St. Peter's Engineering College. Now, let us look at the topics of Unit 3 from CAD/CAM. See, the Unit 3 of CAD/CAM deals with NC control production systems. So, which includes numerical control elements of NC system, NC part programming, methods of NC part programming, manual part programming, computer assisted part programming, post processor, computerized part programming, SPPL, that is simple part programming language. So along with NC, we are going to learn about CNC, DNC and adaptive control system. So now let us know what is NC part programming and how it is more useful than manual part programming. So in case of NC programming, we use some codes called as G codes and M codes. G codes are called as preparatory function codes, and whereas M codes are called as miscellaneous codes. So using these G codes and M codes, we write some program. So if it is a manual part program, then the program will not be generated by the computer. Program will be written by the operator. So depending upon the skills of the operator who is writing a part program, the program memory and the quality of the program will be decided. So here the things which we take into consideration while writing a part program is firstly the dimensions and the shape that we require, the tolerances which we have, and also the techniques of writing the program. See, for example, if you have some drilling operation where you should bring your tool, make a drill and then come out and again go to another place, another coordinate, again we have to drill a hole and again we have to take out the tool from that hole and again we have to bring it to another coordinate. So if the operator is a skilled operator, then he'll shorten the program using the subprograms. But if the operator don't have better knowledge over the programming, then he'll write a lengthy program. So as a result, the memory of the system will also increase. So like this, and another thing is while writing a manual part programming, there are more chances of getting error, and it is a time consuming process, and you cannot edit the program as you like. But in case of NC part programming, as you are using G codes and M codes, so the program, and here the program will be generated by the computer in case of CNC and DNC. Okay. So and these program will be generated by the computer, so it saves the time, and also the computer will take the already existing programs as reference and it will make the new program. So like this, as per the means it will use some subprograms and all, so that the memory of the program in the computer will also reduce. So there is less storage, it requires less storage capacity. So these are few G codes which we use. The first one is G00, that is rapid move. We also call it as rapid movement. Rapid movement is moving the tool from one coordinate to another coordinate with very fast or with high speed. Okay, so here what happens is this rapid movement option should be used when tool is not in contact with the workpiece. If tool is in contact with the workpiece and if you are using G00 option, then this tool will just hit the workpiece as it like, and either the tool will get broken or the workpiece will get damaged. So G00 is the option that we use when tool is not in contact with the workpiece, and also it is used when you want to move the tool from one particular position to another coordinate very fastly. Okay, next one is G01, that is linear feed or linear interpolation. Linear interpolation is when you want to move your tool in straight lines, then we use G01. Similarly, G02, clockwise arc feed move. We also call it as circular interpolation clockwise. In the sense, if you want to rotate a tool in circular direction, then we call it as G02. And similarly, G03 is used when you want to make a circle in counterclockwise along some radius or in a circular direction. G04 is the option which we use for stopping the tool for some time. So that is called dwell. Next, G17, G18, G19 are used for selecting XY, ZX and YZ planes respectively. In the sense, if you want to perform some machining operation, we first mention on which coordinate it should perform the machining operation. So like this, we can choose the plane that we require. So that is ZX, XY, ZX and YZ planes. Next one is G40. G40 is cutter radius compensation cancel, G41 is cutter radius compensation left, and G42 is cutter radius compensation right. So now, before knowing about these options, let us know what is cutter radius compensation. Then we'll understand what is left, what is right, and what is cancel. See, for example, if you have some specified path, assume that you need some rectangular hole in some workpiece. So now what we do here is we run the tool over the specified path and we get the required component. So here what happens is when you're performing some machining operation, the tool will have some particular diameter. So when you're performing the machining operation, the material which is covering this diameter will also get removed. So here when you are performing a machining operation, if the inside component is more important or it should be with more tolerance, then what we do is we give a cutter radius compensation left, so that the edge of the cutting tool will touch the specified path and you will get an accurate inside component. Similarly, if you need the outside component to be more accurate, then we make a cutter radius compensation to the another side, that is the left side. So here what happens is when tool is moving, the corner, means this side, the right side corner of the tool will move on the specified path, so that whatever the outer part you require, that will be with good tolerance. So like this, depending upon the importance that you have, means which part you want with accurate dimensions, based on that we decide the cutter radius compensation left and cutter radius compensation right. And cutter radius compensation cancel is when you have specified some path, and if you want the tool tip or the axis of the tool to be on that particular path, then we write it as cutter radius compensation cancel. So these are few G codes, and we have many G codes and M codes that we need to learn for writing a NC part program. Next one is M codes. M codes are called as miscellaneous codes. See, G codes are used for the movement of the tool, whereas M codes are used for operating the machine. So the first one is M00, that is to stop the program. And M01 is an optional stop. It means when you want to stop it for some time, we use M01. M02 is end of program. It means you have written some program and you got the component. That is the end of the program. Next one is M03, spindle in clockwise. When you have some tool, and if you want to rotate that tool in clockwise direction, then we use M03, and if you want to rotate the tool in counterclockwise direction, then we use M04. Next, M05 is to stop the spindle. M06 is tool change. Tool change in the sense, in every CNC machine you will be having a turret, and in the turret you will be having n number of tools. So depending upon the type of tool which you require for that particular machining operation, will change the tool. So M06 is the option for changing the tool. Next one is M07. M07 is coolant on. M08 is also coolant on. So here while performing, so every machine will have two coolant pipes. So if you want to on the first coolant pipe, we'll use M07, and if you want to on the second coolant pipe, then we use M08. And similarly, if you want less pressure, then we use M07, and if you need more of fluid, then we use M08. Next one is M09 is to off the coolant. Next, M30 is end of program and rewind. It means after completing the program, again the system will go to first position, and then we need to uninstall the component which is in the check, and we have to place another workpiece into it. Next one is M98, call subprogram, and M99 is end subprogram. So what is the subprogram? See, when we are writing some program, and if you have some repeated operations, like drilling. So in case of drilling, we go to some position at that coordinate, we'll make some hole, and after performing machining operation or making a drill up to certain distance, again we'll bring it back and again we'll go to some other position and again we'll drill a hole. So like this, we'll continuously drill some holes at different coordinates. So here if you keep on writing all the operations in a sequence, then that becomes a very large program. So instead of writing such large programs, we write a subprogram, and what we say is, when I call the tool, please come and perform this operation. So what we do is, while performing some drilling operation, we write a subprogram. We ask the system to come to a particular coordinate, make a hole of some depth, the specified depth, and again go to the next coordinate. So here we'll mention these data before. It means we'll instruct the computer to perform to perform the operation. Okay. So in the next stages, we just write the coordinates. The system will automatically, it means the tool will automatically come and it will perform the required operation at those coordinates. So that is the calling of subprogram and ending of subprogram. Next is components of numerical control system. So we have four components in numerical control system. First one is the program of instructions. Next one is controller unit. This is also called as machine control unit. Next one is an NC machine tool, and next one, fourth one is NC cutting tool. So now let us first look at what is program of instructions. See, whatever the program you are writing with the help of G codes and M codes, so that is called the program of instructions. So the whatever the program you have written, whatever, so the program will be read by the machine or the computer and it will perform accordingly. So what instructions you have given in part of as a part of programming, so those comes under the program of instructions. Next one is machine control unit. This is an electronic unit which reads the instructions that given by the programmer. Next one is NC machine tool. NC machine tool includes the machines which you are using, like it can be a lathe machine, it can be a milling machine, it can be a drilling machine, it can be a grinding machine. Whatever the type of machine you are using, that comes under the machine tool. Next one is cutting tool. See, if you have some turning machine, okay, for performing the step turning operation, we use a single point cutting tool. Similarly, for performing a drilling operation, we use a drilling tool or drill bit. And also for performing some boring operation, we use some boring tool, or for performing some knurling operation, we use a knurling tool. So like this, depending upon the operation that you want to perform on that particular machine, will change the tool. So whatever the tools that you are using for performing the operation, that tools are called as NC cutting tools. So these are the four things, that means these are the four components that you have in numerical control system. First one is program of instructions, next one is machine control unit, next is NC machine tool, and the last one is NC cutting tool. So these are the components of numerical control system. Next one is numerical control modes or positioning control systems. So here the first one here is the point to point position control. The example of this point to point position control is drilling operation. So here in case of point to point positioning control, the tool will not remove the material continuously in some specified direction. The tool will perform a particular operation at that particular coordinate, and then from there it will move to another coordinate and it will perform at that particular point. So it's like drilling, you will mention the first coordinate, it will perform milling and drilling operation there, and from there it will move to the second coordinate, it will perform drilling operation there, from there it will move to the third coordinate and perform drilling operation there. So like this, moving from coordinate to coordinate or from point to point is called as point to point positioning control. Next one is straight cut positioning control. In case of straight cut positioning control, we'll have all straight lines. We don't have any curves or like this. So everything will be straight. Wherever you have lines, there we use straight cut positioning control. So the tool will make some straight lines. If you want to perform some square, if you want to get some square or rectangle, so like this, or if you want to cut a piece in straight line, then we can use straight cut positioning control. Next one is countering or continuous path CNC system. In case of countering and continuous path CNC system, you can make any profile that you want. It can be curves, it can be lines, it can be drills, whatever. So if you can get all the components, means all the profiles on a particular um, workpiece, then we call it as continuous path CNC system. Okay. Next one is uh, NC tools positioning methods. So we have two types of programming, that is absolute coordinate programming and incremental coordinate programming. So let us first look at what is absolute coordinate programming. The code, see, when we are writing some G codes and M codes, the code for absolute coordinate programming is G90. So here now if you look at the figure, see, the first hole is at a distance of 250 from the origin. Second hole is at the distance of 1000 from the origin. Third hole is at the distance of 1750 from the origin. So like this, whatever the coordinates you are mentioning here, you are mentioning with respect to a single point. So this is called an absolute programming. So throughout the absolute programming, you will be having only one reference point. Okay. Next one is incremental programming, and the G code for incremental programming is G91. So here what happens is we don't have reference with respect to one point. So here reference, the new coordinate will act as a new reference. Say for example, while performing the first drilling hole here, we mention the coordinate as 250 comma 250. Here you see the distance between the origin is 250, and I mean along the x-axis and y-axis the distance is 250. So here we mention it as mention the coordinate as 250 comma 250. So if you want to go to the next position, we don't say with respect to the origin. Here we say the dimension along with the existing coordinate. So here what we ask computer to do is move 750 mm at a distance of 750 mm along x-axis. Similarly, again after performing the next operation, this will act as new coordinate and will ask the system to move 750 mm towards x-axis again. So every new point will act as a new coordinate. So this is called incremental coordinate programming or incremental coordinate system. So this is about two types of NC tools, NC positioning methods. Next one is NC, CNC and DNC. So before knowing the difference between what is NC, CNC and means before knowing the differences, let us know what is NC, what is CNC and what is DNC. Okay, NC stands for numerical control, CNC stands for computer numerical control, and DNC stands for direct numerical control. Now first look at NC. NC is a numerical control where you don't have any involvement of the computers. The program will be written on the tapes, and program once written on the tape cannot be edited, and if there is any mistake done in the NC program, you cannot rewrite the program. And if you have 100 components, you have to write 100 different NC programs for all the components. You cannot use, means you cannot edit the component if you are getting a similar component with one or two dimensional changes. And the storage of this tape is very difficult. You don't have any internal storage memory for the machines while performing the NC programming. And also if you have 100 components, here you need to make 100 NC programs, so it becomes difficult for us to store all the tapes. So the storage of this program in NC is also difficult, and with the time this tapes will get worn out and the NC program will be lost. So that is about the NC programming. CNC is, here in case of CNC you have the involvement of computers. CNC stands for computer numerical control. So here if you want to write a program you can write, if you want to edit the program you can edit, if you want to copy the program you can copy, and the system will have enough storage and you can store it in the computer. It's not difficult to store it, you can keep it for years together, so there is no damage for the program, and you can edit any dimension, or you can add or delete the lines in between the program even after writing. So that is about CNC. So, but the thing is, in case of CNC, every computer should be connected with one machine. It means one machine, one computer, one machine, one computer in case of CNC. But DNC is a system which is called as a direct numerical control system, where you have a single computer and this computer will operate all the machines that are present in that particular section. So here, say for example, if you have program 1, means if you want to run program 1 on the first machine, program 2 on the second machine, program 3 on the third machine. So like this, a computer which you are using will operate all the machines present in that particular section with different programs on different machines. So first program can be on first machine, second program on second machine, like this. So it can be different machines and different programs, and DNC machine means the single computer will operate all the machines which are present in that particular section. So here also you can edit the program, you can rewrite the program, the memory is very less, you can copy the program. So whatever the changes you want to make, you can make in DNC. So the same things, means whatever things I have explained now is written here in a table manner or comparison manner. Okay. Next, adaptive control system. Adaptive control system is when you are performing a machining operation and if there is an error. See, for example, before starting a machining operation, we'll ask the machine, means we'll give the instructions to run the machine at particular speed, feed and depth of cut. But because of some errors, what happens is the speed, feed or depth of cut may reduce. So in case of adaptive control system, we have a controller which looks at all the process. So here if there is any problem, it means if there is any variation, even if there is some dimensional variation, any variation, that variation will be sent as report and the computer will rectify those defects and it will run as per the instructions. So if you look at the figure which is here, this is a controller which is used for performing the machining operation. So if everything is going well, then adaptive control will send the data in normal loop. If there is any error, then it will go to this parameter adjustment loop. So here you have a parameter adjustment mechanism. That adjustment will take place here and that instruction will be given to the controller and controller will control the process. So in this way, even if you have some defects or if there is any error in the manufacturing, even that error can be replaced with the help of adaptive control system. So that is about today's class. Thank you.